Nationalist sentiment is putting Sweden on the verge of change. That's what the polls here are predicting for the upcoming general election. The anti-migrant Sweden Democrats Party looks set to make big gains. They define themselves as social conservative with a nationalist foundation. But the Swedish media is warning of something more, and so are rival politicians.
It is a racist party with Nazi roots. That's what I've always said.
The Sweden Democrats deny accusations they are racist and say their focus is on smart immigration policy.
This is like an old way of trying to scare people off from voting for us. Sweden is extreme in a European sense. Our policies are not extreme. Our politicians are not extreme in general.
However, one anti-racism group has been doing some digging and found candidates to the parliament from the Sweden Democrats had links to the neo-Nazi group, the National Socialist Front.
We had some bad eggs in our party, but just today it was revealed that even the Center Party or the Liberal Party, they have people who have killed people, who have sexually assaulted young females. So unfortunately that happens in every party. But because the Swedish left-wing media hates the Sweden Democrats, they try to, bring that up more than for the others.
Critics of the Sweden Democrats are still convinced their defining feature is racism.
The central point for them, the central goal is to keep Sweden white. That's the idea. These people that came from skinheads, Nazi, white power organizations during the 19th, they are now the second largest party in Sweden.
Yet there are way more radical voices in Sweden's far-right camp, Alternative for Sweden, formed by those expelled from the Sweden Democrats for being too extreme.
Let's say that the Sweden Democrats, they were quite good, but they are getting more and more liberal, more and more politically correct, and they are not the ones to save Sweden today. So we had to create a new party, a tougher party, which is not politically correct, a party which dares to speak out about repatriation because it's the only solution to Sweden's problems. We gave the immigrants everything in this country. We have tested everything, and Sweden is today a country in a real mess.
Alternative for Sweden's chances of claiming a seat in the parliament are slim, but not as slim as the Nordic resistance movement, who basically present themselves as Hitler's soldiers.
Do you like when they call you like neo-Nazi and when there are people gathered there who shout like no Nazis on our street?
No, they are brain dead.
Yeah, well, I mean,
brainwashed and brain dead.
Brainwashed?
Yeah.
So they are wrong?
Very wrong.
What is your opinion on Nazis?
They were great.
What?
They were great.
Nazis were great?
Adolf Hitler is our greatest leader.
Oh, really? And you just, I just asked you, I mean,
Yes.
is that correct to call you Nazi? And you said no.
No, National Socialist.
The number of their supporters hardly more than 2,000 or 3,000. Significantly more people are counter-protesting. Nils Littorin from the country's Communist Party thinks the threat posed by Swedish Nazis is very much exaggerated, but that they have a really good media strategy.
When politicians gather and they would go there and threaten people and make a lot of noise and being really tough and dangerous and look really scary, and the media will write about this, but I mean, there are not so many, these people. They can be a real threat to individuals, but on a societal level, they are nothing.
A former Swedish police officer with Afghan origin, Mustafa Bansheri, quit his job to help migrants like himself integrate. He's known as a voice of reason in Sweden and believes Nazism is getting too much attention, but offered a different explanation for that.
Maybe sometimes it's easier to focus on them because, look, Nazis, we know who they are. We have the knowledge. And when it comes to, more the Islamic, more extreme subjects, we don't know so much. So we don't want to say the wrong things. Or we don't want people to think that we say the wrong things.
Despite being shamed as Nazis by the media and politicians, right and far-right movements are still winning people over in this once liberal Nordic state. But these parties are showing they will confront current migrant policies head-on, be it for better or worse. Marie van Oshna-Arti reporting from Sweden.